Given closed intervals on the number line and a list of query points. For each query, among intervals that contain that point, find the smallest interval size. If no interval covers the query, the answer is -1. Return all answers in query order. Example 1, intervals 14, 24, 36, and 44, queries 2, 3, 4, and 5. Query 2 lies in 14 and 24. Compare sizes 4 and 3. Pick the smallest, 24. Query 3 lies in 3 intervals. Compare their sizes. Smallest cover is still 24, size 3. Query 4 lies in all 4 intervals. Compare sizes. The point interval 44 is smallest, size 1. Query 5 lies only in 36, size 4. The output array is 3, 3, 1, 4. Example 2, query 2 gives size 2 from interval 2, 3. Query 19 hits no interval, so -1. Query 5 uses interval 2, 5, size 4. Query 22 uses 2025, size 6. Output is 2, -1, 4, 6. Let's start with a smaller example first, only 2 intervals and 3 queries, so the messy query order is easy to see on the timeline. You are given 2 intervals and 3-point queries. The queries are 2, 19, and 4, in that order. For each query, find the size of the smallest interval that contains it. Processing queries 2, then 19, then 4 makes your search jump back and forth across the timeline. For query 4, you scan every interval again to see that 45 is smaller than 120. You waste power re-evaluating the same intervals over and over. At 50,000 intervals, brute force times out. We need absolute chronological order. Here is our first massive paradigm shift. We sort both our intervals and our queries from left to right. Because the problem expects our final output array to match the original jumbled query order, we bundle each query with its original index before sorting. Now, we can imagine a vertical sweep line marching steadily across our timeline from left to right. As our line marches forward, it hits intervals and queries in a predictable, synchronized rhythm. By moving from left to right, we gain a massive tactical advantage. When our sweep line passes the starting point of an interval, we know that interval is officially open for business. It is a valid candidate for any query coming up next, so we toss it into our active inventory. We only consider intervals that have already opened. Anything that has not started yet is simply not a candidate. How do we grab the smallest interval quickly, without sorting the whole inventory every time? A min heap stores size and end coordinate, and the smallest size always sits at the top. At query 6, check the heap top before answering. If end is less than 6, that interval already ended. It is expired, pop it off. Keep popping while the top is still expired. When a valid interval reaches the top, that size is the answer. Let's sweep the timeline again from the left. Same sweep line, now we record each answer in the results array as we hit every query. If the heap is empty, no interval covers this point, so we write -1. We turned an impossible intervals times queries bottleneck into a clean left-to-right timeline sweep. Let's walk through the full solution from start to finish, sort the inputs, sweep the number line once, and fill in each answer as we go. Start by sorting the intervals by their left endpoint, right here in the array. The queries stay in input order for now. What matters is pairing each value with the index it came from. Build those query and index pairs, then sort them by query value. That way we can sweep the timeline from left to right. Now we draw the intervals on a number line. A min heap off to the side will track active candidates, and answers fill in below as we visit each query. Process query 2, original index 0. Push interval 1 to 4, size 4. Its left end is at or before query 2, so the interval has started and belongs in the heap. Push interval 2 to 4, size 3. Its left end is at or before query 2, so the interval has started and belongs in the heap. Smallest active interval is 2 to 4, size 3. Write 3 into result at index 0. Process query 3, original index 2. Push interval 3 to 6, size 4. Its left end is at or before query 3, so the interval has started and belongs in the heap. Smallest active interval is 2 to 4, size 3. Write 3 into result at index 2. Process query 4, original index 1. Push interval 4 to 4, size 1. Its left end is at or before query 4, so the interval has started and belongs in the heap. Smallest active interval is 4 to 4, size 1. Write 1 into result at index 1. Process query 5, original index 3. At query 5, no new intervals are available to push, they have all already started. Now we only drop the ones that have expired. Pop interval 4 to 4, size 1. Its right end 4 is less than query 5, so it no longer covers this point. Similarly, pop 2 to 4. Similarly, pop 1 to 4. Smallest active interval is 3 to 6, size 4. Write 4 into result at index 3. Let n be the number of intervals and m the number of queries. Time is O of n log n plus m log m, we sort the intervals and the query index pairs, then sweep once. Each interval is pushed at most once, and heap work adds the log factors. Space is O of n plus m for the sorted inputs, pairs, and answers, plus up to O of n entries in the heap at once. Routine, for each query, smallest covering interval size, or -1. N counts intervals, m counts queries. Sort intervals by left so we can add them in order as the sweep moves right. Remember each query value with the index it came from in the input. Sort those pairs by query so we visit queries left to right on the line. Allocate the answer array, -1 means no covering interval. The heap stores active candidates by interval size, then right end. Pointer I tracks the next interval that might still be pushed. Walk queries in sorted order. While the next interval has already started at this query, push it. Push its size and right end, advance I. Drop heap tops whose right end is before the query, they expired. Remove the minimum entry from the heap. If anything remains, the top has the smallest size among actives. Write that size into the answer at the original query index. Return all answers in input query order via the stored indices.